Do you even know that you're stressed? If you've been feeling irritated, angry, or a little bit out of sorts, maybe a little bit anxious, then this video is for you. Welcome back to Awaken Life. I'm Harmesh, a stress management coach and nervous system practitioner. Stress. It's something that we all feel and we all have to deal with in our day to day lives. It's something that we don't want to be feeling, and it's something that we just don't seem to be able to get away from. But how many times have we told ourselves that we need to live a more stress free life? Here's the thing, we can't get away from stress, it is in our everyday life. I was really lucky to grow up when times just seemed to be much, much simpler than they are now. I've had many conversations, some with old generations, who are saying the same thing. They really look back at a time where there were no mobile phones, there were only four channels available to watch on TV. They had home cooked meals with unprocessed food. They did a lot more outdoor activity, and their 9 to 5 was an actual 9 to 5. Today, we are constantly rushing from A to B, trying to get to places in as little time as we can and trying to find any convenience along the way. We're trying to tick off our to do list while still trying to remain sane. We have evolved and created a society that is beneficial in some ways to us. Definitely, if you look at technology and how advanced it now is. But we've also created an evolved society to be not very beneficial in other ways. But we've also evolved and created a society that is causing us a lot of stress in many other ways. And don't get me wrong, you don't need to be feeling the big challenges in life or experiencing big challenges in life to be feeling stressed. Even our day to day living has us feeling stress on some level every single day. You may be someone who's tried to think positively about things and tried to think about things in a way that helps to alleviate or reduce your stress. You may be someone who, instead of looking at things negatively, feel a lot of gratitude for the things that you have in your life. But even if you are that kind of person and you have been doing those things, it doesn't mean that you're never going to feel any stress in your life. And because everybody else around you is probably feeling stressed as well, this is becoming normalized, and you start to sometimes even doubt yourself and whether you should even question whether you are stressed. What are some of the indicators to this stress that we are feeling? As I said at the top of this video, maybe you're feeling angry, maybe you're feeling irritable, maybe you're feeling a bit out of sorts or a bit anxious. Maybe you're having difficulty in sleeping or experiencing maybe aches or pains or headaches. And then maybe other things that you could add to this list. But these are behaviours that we tend to associate with being stressed. But they are not the only indicators to us experiencing or feeling stressed. There are some low level sneaky behaviours that we all do and which can also be an indication as to whether we are stressed or not. If you are mindlessly scrolling on your phone or you turn to putting on your favourite Netflix show just to binge watch, that could be an indication that you're disassociating and are actually feeling some form of stress. That pint or two of beer or that glass of wine that you've been saving up for all week as a bit of a treat or a reward. Maybe you're constantly reaching for your snack of choice as a way of comforting yourself because you think that you deserve it. Maybe you've been snapping at your loved ones a little bit more than usual. And maybe you've been feeling exhausted or tired and you just don't understand why. These are all other indications that you could be experiencing stress. Do you recognize any of those behaviors? Are any of them showing up for you in your day to day life? Many of these behaviors become very normalized in our society and in our culture. We feel that they are normal because everybody else around us also seems to be engaging in these same behaviors. What we don't tend to stop and think, though, when we're engaging in these behaviors or seeing somebody else doing that, that actually maybe we're all just stressed. We don't have to be consciously feeling stressed to be experiencing stress. Society really isn't slowing down, and a lot of us are finding it hard to keep up. We are trying our best. We try to do things in a different way. We try to learn new things. And when we seem to have a handle on what is going on, someone flips the switch again, and there's another new evolvement or advancement that we now have to integrate into our lives. And that means we have to keep changing or adapting to things. And that in itself is very exhausting and tiring. No wonder we are all feeling stress on some sort of level. And sometimes when we are trying to manage our stress, this can make us even more stressed. We think that by adding another mindfulness practice or another exercise routine or a morning routine or an evening routine, these will help us to feel much less stressed. But what they tend to do is give us even more on our plate to deal with, and we end up feeling even more stressed than we were to begin with. Sometimes it really is a case of less is more. We don't need to add more things to our to do lists or our schedules. What we do need to do is have a look at where our obligations are, what are the things that we're doing, who are the people that we are around, what are the things that are causing us stress. Can we take some of those things away to give ourselves some space? Sometimes, because of the way that we live our lives, everything becomes normalized and we don't actually realize that we're stressed. The next time you reach for that glass of wine or that glass of beer, or maybe that snack of choice, I really encourage you to stop for a moment, take a breath, and just check in with yourself. Are you reaching for those things because you're really enjoying them? Or are they masking something a little bit deeper? Thank you for watching this video. I hope it has been helpful. If you are feeling stressed and would like some strategies in how to manage your stress in a more holistic way, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll see you in my next video.